I am Chuck Schuster, and I do all of the streaming service audio whoosh intro sounds. So every streaming intro is whoosh, boom, suck in some order. I created that method. That was me. Netflix, my biggest job. Got more money than you'll ever see in your life for this one. This was unheard of at the time. I started with the boom, doubled it, whoosh, suck, out. Nobody was doubling the boom, let alone at the front of the intro. That's balls and that's guts, and that's what you need in this industry. That's why I got more money than I'll ever see in my life. I wrote lyrics for the Netflix intro. A lot of people don't realize the Netflix intro had lyrics. Yup, it did. Boom, boom, Netflix. That's just, the lyric was the name Netflix. They didn't go for it. The notes I got from Ted and his team were insane. But what if it was a drum instead of a beat? What? I'm sorry, I didn't go to Juilliard for music school. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not making music. This is a sound. I want to be clear, not a single streaming service asked me for a theme song. They all wanted noises, and I'm the only noise guy in LA. Nobody wants to work anymore. And all the good ones are dead, everyone knows that. They've been dead for some time. I'm the only one left. Not that the industry is what it once was, but back when this industry was at its peak, I couldn't make it 5 feet down the street. I almost died. Snipers, paparazzi with guns, paparazzi snipers. The rarest and most deadly combination of professions. Certainly the most respected. Paparazzi with guns. Sorry, I'm expecting a call. For Hulu, I just turned in the Netflix whoosh, but I sped it up 5%. Nobody's ever said anything about it. I don't think anyone's noticed. Tried to use the Netflix lyrics for Hulu too. I thought there was conflict, right? You open up Hulu, Netflix. There's a story there. Wait, you've never seen someone expecting an important call before? Is that new to you? Is that fine that I'm expecting a call? I keep pulling out my phone? God, this generation and the generation above it and below it. I can't do it. I just can't do it. See, this isn't music to me. I don't give a about what I'm doing right now. I don't understand concerts, right? Like, why? What are you there to enjoy? Well, I saw the Stanley Steamer guys in concert. They were great. It was a short concert, but it was really great. Weird concert, but one of my favorites. I think it's because I was on acid. That sounds good. I've done Tubi, I've done Fubo, I did Zumo, I did Ububu. Trying to get a deal with Thunk Plus. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I've told this story a million times, but in one day, I got a call from Jim Jam, Thebe, and Flushu Plus. Knocked out all of their intro sounds in one day. Yeah. Finished them all before noon. I was on the Frisbee golf course by 12:30. I did just hand them the Disney Plus intro, but in reverse, all 3 of them got the same thing. They're not gonna say anything. They're all free with ads. You think Thebe's gonna have 4 rounds of notes? You get what you get, Thebe. If I don't get this call, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need this. I'll just tell you, it's for Thunk Plus. Yeah, Thunk Plus, it's Thunk Plus, right? But it's kind of the last streaming service without an audio whoosh intro in the game. Things are slow. Look, all the streaming services exist. They've got the noises when you open the app. This is a dying industry. And I want to be clear, the people are dying. Netflix. No. Whooshes are all around us. You have to get noises that other people wouldn't even think to think about. Where's that plane? Where is that plane? I got it. Apple TV. Things were getting a little stale. I was having some dark thoughts. I was doing the same thing over and over again, right? Something needed to change. All of a sudden, I get a call from Tim Cook. That's what I was calling Steve Jobs at the time. He says, listen, we need an intro for the streamer. I said, I've heard this 1,000 times. You need a streaming service, audio whoosh intro sound. I'm your guy. I get the Apple check. More money than I've ever seen in my life. But things were stale. I don't care about the money, right? I threw it on the table like it was nothing. I said, this is nothing. I shredded the check. I said, listen, Tim. I called him Tim. I want to do something different. I want to shake things up. He said, let me see what you got. Full creative freedom. Told him I'm not going to disappoint you. I'm going to turn in something you've never heard before, unlike any other streaming intro that exists. So this was unheard of at the time. I started with the whoosh, then I added ding. Whoosh, ding. No suck. Whoosh, ding. I looked around. I said, I need someone to tell me, is this crazy? Is this nuts? Somebody in the room right now, tell me if this is nuts. They said, no. Turn it louder. Turns out it wasn't nuts. It was balls. Balls and guts. That's what it takes in this industry. That's why I'm still here. That's why I'm still alive. Oh, yeah. Oh. There it is. Now we're getting somewhere. Now I'm playing it. This is music. Dun dun. Netflix. I would compose a movie if it was if I just got to do the death scene. It's down to me and one other guy for Thunk Plus. My agent just told me. I am feeling pretty good about it, but I'm going up against the guy who made that explosion noise when you start up your Mac, so. We need to leave. There's a paparazzi with a gun. I'm not sure if they saw me. Oh, that's a good treat. Netflix. This is the industry I love, right? I want to be making noises for when you open up the app of a streaming service. That's my art. Nowadays, I gotta make merch. I'm doing t-shirts because nobody's doing streaming anymore. Everything's on their phones. Everyone's cord cutting. We're gonna cut the cord. Ooh, cutting a cord. That's kind of a good noise. That could be something. Cut a cord. I gotta be honest, if I don't get this offer, I think there's only one place for me to go, and that is the noise that electric cars make when they're backing up. That whole industry is impossible to break into, though. You gotta know someone or you'll be dead in a week. But yep, nowadays everything's on your phone. Sorry. Yeah, everything's on your phone now, right? I used to work on theater noises. I was on the big screen. I did that THX explosion thing. George Lucas calls me, he says, Tom, he called me Tom, I need this in 3 days. I turned to my team, I said, guys, I called them guys, is it ready in 3 days? They said, it's ready right now. They play it for me. It was not ready. You think it was ready? It was not ready. I stand there, I go, guys, this is good, but does it hurt? Silence, obviously. Does it hurt? Does it physically hurt to listen to this? Because my ears are fine. So I said, guys, you have 3 days. Make the room shake. Make it louder. A couple people did die in that process. We were trying to find the maximum volume that a human can listen to before their ears explode. Those were the first deaths I ever witnessed. It was an important moment. I witnessed them. Paramount Plus. That's the new Paramount Plus sound. I'm not a musician. I do not write jingles, okay? I make noises for opening apps. I don't give a shit about music. This is music to me. It actually is music to me. I'm still an artist. I just do noises, same as coughing or door slam. Someone coughs? Oh, music. And of course my wife is my muse, God rest her soul. When she dies, I mean. Disney Plus, the Mouse House, shows up in person. They do that apparently. They come to my house, they say they want a whoosh, boom, and a suck. They say, you choose the order. Okay, duh. I'm gonna pick my order, thank you so much. I'm gonna go whoosh, bang, suck. I didn't tell them that, obviously. I kept the order up to my discretion, but I said, listen, get the f out of my house. You're gonna come in here and tell Beethoven what colors to paint with? I tell him 3 months, no problem. Then Bob Iger calls me. That's what I called Walt Disney at the time. Or no, Walt Disney was dead. It was Bob Iger. He calls me, he says, I want a click. Add a click at the end of the whoosh, boom, suck. Go. I said, what? I said, what? I said, you want a click? You want whoosh, boom, suck, click in 3 months? Who are you getting for that? The Beatles? You know the Beatles are dead, right? Most of them? Beatles are dead. I was the only one who survived the process. Thank God I was working alone on that one. My job is a lot of waiting. Just wait. I know it seems like I'm recording a sidewalk right now, but you just have to wait with some of these. Okay, yeah, I don't think this is gonna be anything. When I was doing Amazon, I recorded a banana for 4 days. Didn't give me anything until the last moment before the deadline. I smashed it with a hammer and then slowed that down 800 times and then deleted that and did a whoosh on Logic Pro. How's the service in here? Service usually good, no issues? Is anyone else having an issue where you're just randomly not getting any calls for some reason? I'm just not getting any calls. I don't know why. That's sorry. What's next? HBO. I accidentally turned in a corrupted file for this one. It's true. It's just static. But they thought it was on purpose, and they loved it. It's one of the... Chuck Schuster, streaming service audio whoosh intro guy. What do you got?
Hey, this is the team over at Sunk, or well, what's left of them. This is Jared.
Uh-huh. Thank you. Uh-huh. I see. Everyone? Is it, they're all dead? Okay. Okay, so no more, yeah. All right, well, see ya. Thank you.